Welcome back. It's been a while. I wanted to introduce a new addition to my top producing video, Intergalactic History, Who Are the Ascended Masters, Part 1. And just to give you a quick little recap, I, um, I went into a deep dive of technical information around the background of the true identity of the Ascended Masters. Where do they come from within our time matrix? And I would like to begin by giving a short recap right now. So, I hate to burst everyone's bubble, but everyone is an Ascended Master at this point. When I did that video, this was about 2 months ago. My video has 27,000 views. Has brought me well over 1,000 subscribers, and I haven't monetized yet, but we'll get there hopefully soon. Um, but I found that video to be one of the best videos I've done because at the time it was something I was 100% passionate about. I had actually truly had this identity and was identifying myself as an ascended master. Well, since then, and as you know, our planet has gone through quite a lot in the last couple months, but a lot's happened. Um, Many have ascended, I've ascended, and that's a tricky word. Let's use expansion. We've all been expanding, and the third dimension is no longer. So, there were announcements that the light forces had won, and they have won. Um, and we're going to just stay on topic with the Ascended Masters. So, um, I luckily, through my own experiences over the past 2 months, had a chance to grow. And I realized that the Ascended Master is really a state of one's identity if you're obviously a human born here, or star seed, or pretty much any light being here. And there are three ascended master states. I'm going to make this really simple. In our 15 dimension matrix, time matrix, I'm sorry, in our 15 dimensional time matrix, in the primal light and sound fields, and particularly within the, I would have to double check, it's in my last video, but within the primal, I would say dimension, the last, well, the primal light or sound fields is where you find the birthplace of the first identity of the ascended masters. They're associated with the polaric um, identity, and the polaric identity um, outpictures in dimensions 13. So there's triadic, um, duratic, and telluric uh, currents and energies that operate within the primal light and sound fields. And there's also the primal light and sound field tones of the Kirashe and the Kundare. Um, but the Ascended Master, the first state, literally is able to embody the entire 15 dimensional time matrix. That's all dimensions, going all the way up to number 15. all densities included with that, and more importantly, um, yeah, pretty much everything there. So everything in one 15-dimensional time matrix, that is what an ascended master has accomplished. They've been through every dimension, every level, every probably experience you could think of, and they have ascended out of the time matrix. That is actually what a real definition of an ascended master is. It's not someone who, and this was a major deception in the New Age, they had many beings saying that, oh, we're ascended masters, we're in the fifth dimension. And, real ascended masters are 12th dimensional and above, because at that level, you can't really um, override the eternal source energy at that point. So, it's a impeccable state that they reach. Hence why they have so much respect, why they are, um, you know, uh, deified to some degree by so many people. I mean, they have achieved something that many would want to be able to achieve. Number one, many or all ascended masters, I'm going to say many because some chose to drop their bodies at some point, um, achieved the great skill and high achievement of wisdom of being able to use their light bodies to um, essentially be a vehicle and travel anywhere they want within the multiverse. So the biggest kind of thing here that I want to mention is that an ascended master essentially is a light being with a human body. This is my new definition because this is the new earth. We've got 13 cosmic rays, not 12. We've got a new crystalline uh, cellular structure, and we're sitting on a new crystalline grid system with different meridians, ley lines than before. So I'm going to tell everybody much has been reset. So if you are working with kind of the older architecture, you know, um, maybe this will be revealed within the individual's higher self. Um, you know, we had people working on um, creating and sparking and within, sources process the new templates that we are actually have activated just recently. And so everything is new now, and it's a beautiful thing. Um, but to get back on track, so that is what the Ascended Master State 1 is. It's someone who has gone through the trials and tribulations of stepping out and descending in frequency, and also coming back, the ascent, the in breath of God, into Source. So Source has an out breath where, it creates and essentially, expands outwardly, and the in breath kind of brings it back, all back in, all of creation, and it kind of I like to use the word resources it, and then sends it back out again. No different than breathing, but purified, stronger, and much more wise. So, and none of the beings lose their identities in this process. It's an interesting, also quite complex being sources that I've come to get to know very well. Um, so the Ascended Master One state is one who came in, incarnate into this time matrix. Again, this is a very different. It was a very different time matrix as of just 2 months ago, even. But for the sake of this history, if they would have gone or chosen to be in the third dimension, they would have stepped down into 1,728 incarnations. That is souls over souls, avatars, um, probable selves, just lots of parts. Um, And over time, they would integrate those aspects back up into themselves by healing, clearing the karma, and literally kind of gaining that quantum that those parts held in different realities or space-time locations. The quantum is a key part to the ascended masters being able to ascend. This is the biggest thing about being an ascended master is, and I don't use that word with an identity anymore because I've gone to a much greater place and a further higher place. But um, if you still are feeling resonant with it, and I think everyone needs to achieve it. I mean, this is going to be a school that I'm going to open. Um, I'm going to do that with the Councils of Light, and I'm going to run tests for those who want to achieve some of the most beautifulest things I think anyone living would want to be able to achieve. And we're not just talking some really cool Dragon Ball Z scenes. I mean, those are great scenes, but I mean, real abilities here to do the unbelievable. And, you're speaking to someone who has done it all. Um, I'll go into a little bit about myself because that's going to be important later. But in just kind of wrapping up this kind of introduction, in focusing on just this time matrix, which I will be able to draw really quickly if I had a little grid. Um, Kind of looks like this.